This is episode 4 of the Learning Stoic. And this episode, I want to talk about, just being honest and being upfront with people. Because if you're not honest and upfront with people, things are not going, it's not always easy to be honest. Being honest is not a bad, or being honest is not a bad thing to be. Especially when things are difficult and it's not quite going the way you would prefer it to. So one of the things, as in being honest, I mean, like, if you are feeling a type of way about something with someone, don't hide it from them. And this kind of ties back into the, Carl Jung and the shadow and just integration of that monster. And, being brutally honest in every situation. Why hide the way that you feel about anything? Just tell it the way you think it is. And if you're wrong, be corrected. But if you're right, well, then things can get done that would move along the direction of being corrected. Because if you're not honest, then there's a good chance that you're going to get resentful. And so, and this ties back into stoicism by, this is being courageous. This, you're not only being courageous, but you're also being wise. So the first and second virtues of stoicism. And so, in doing this, you're going to be better off as a person, and it'll allow you to remove people from your life that are not of any value, but there to hold you back and hurt you. And so, in doing that, so it can be, and so it can be quite, it can be quite difficult. It really can. But you have to pull on, that inner strength, that inner courage, and just be forthright about it. Because you only have one life. Live, memento mori. Live as if you're going to die in the next moment. If you were to die, in 5 minutes from now, would you, and you had time to reflect on everything, would you be happy with everything that you've done? And so, and I feel like being, if you're honest and you speak your mind and you're forthright about everything, then then you certainly won't have any regrets like, oh, I should have told this person that, or I should have done this. No, just, find the inner courage, find the inner strength, use the monster that lies within you as a human being, but control it. Make it this controlled thing, this integrated thing with your person. That way, when it does show up, you know how to deal with it. It doesn't surprise you. So, honesty is a really big thing into this. And also, you could even say this ties into the fourth the fourth virtue, justice. Being just. Because how are you being a just person if you're not being wholly honest at all times? So it's certainly one of these things. So it's definitely something that you should be as a person, just to be just, be honest. But it ties together. And so that way, when you go to sleep at night and beforehand, if you meditate or write, both maybe, but just your end of the day reflections about what you've done that day, what you've accomplished, then you can go to bed knowing that you've been wholly honest within every aspect of your life. You have, and you've mastered the self a little bit more. You've removed the ego of, well, what will this person think? What will that person? It doesn't matter. Just be honest and be forthright. That is, and that I think that if more people were to do that, and more people were to be honest and forthright, then our society would be a far better place than it is. And so it would be a far, and it would be, people would communicate far better, and we could probably avoid many of the conflicts that are happening around us. So if you've made it this far into the video, Thank you. Uh, Please hit the like and subscribe, and leave a comment as to what your thoughts are. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.